Not every cheap tire is a bad tire. Some of them are just badly marketed. The big brands spend their money on Super Bowl ads and NASCAR logos. The small brands spend that same money on rubber, same factories, same compounds, same safety tests. Nobody tells you that part. So today we're breaking down 5 tire brands that shoppers walk right past without a second glance. And by the time we're done, you'll wonder why you ever paid full price for a logo. Salon. Start with the cheapest tire on this entire list. $50 a tire. $50, no hidden markup, no games at checkout. Here's what actually separates Salon from a typical bargain bin brand you've never heard of. It's not a discount label hiding under some bigger company's umbrella, quietly getting starved of resources. It's completely independent. Own factories, own engineers, own pricing decisions from the ground up. No corporate parent siphoning profit away to prop up a fancier sister brand somewhere else in the portfolio. China builds these tires at a scale most Western factories simply can't match. More output per hour, lower labor costs per unit, and a supply chain built specifically around volume production instead of boutique manufacturing. All of that adds up to a lower sticker price. And here's the part most people miss completely. That lower price doesn't automatically mean lower quality. It means the company isn't paying for a decades-old brand name to sit on the sidewall doing nothing but looking familiar. You're paying for the rubber, the tread compound, and the engineering behind it. Nothing extra gets tacked on for name recognition. Drivers running Salon on daily commuter cars report tread life that lines up with tires costing twice as much. It won't match a top-tier performance tire built for track days. But for a daily driver handling grocery runs, school pickups, and highway commutes, that performance gap closes fast. If your budget is tight this month and you need 4 tires today, Salon puts real cash back in your pocket immediately, without asking you to gamble on a tire that falls apart in 6 months. Uniroyal. Few consumers realize that Uniroyal tires are engineered and produced entirely by Michelin. That is the identical Michelin charging $180 or more per tire on their flagship lineup. Uniroyal serves as Michelin's value brand, built by the identical parent company, pulling from a lot of the shared base research, and priced at roughly $90 a tire on a standard sedan. Half the price, one company standing behind the engineering. Think about why Michelin built its reputation on wet weather grip in the first place. It comes down to tread groove design, channels engineered to push water out from underneath the tire, fast enough that you don't hydroplane the second rain starts hitting the highway. That research didn't stay locked inside Michelin's premium lineup. It trickled straight down into Uniroyal too. Parallel lab work, matching testing standards, a different badge stamped on the sidewall, and a completely different price point attached to it. This is basically the tire industry's version of grabbing the store brand cereal made in the very factory as the name brand box sitting one shelf over. Equivalent recipe, identical production line, uniform quality control checks, just cheaper packaging wrapped around it. Uniroyal exists specifically for drivers who want Michelin-level engineering without paying for the massive marketing budget Michelin attaches to its main name. Michelin didn't build Uniroyal by accident either. When Michelin bought into the American market decades ago, it needed a name that already had trust built up with US drivers, and Uniroyal already had that history. So instead of scrapping the name, Michelin kept it running as its own lane. A lower price point built for shoppers who want dependable performance without paying for Michelin's global reputation sitting on top of it. That's why the tread compounds share so much DNA. The two brands were never meant to compete with each other. They were built to cover 2 completely different budgets under one roof. And the numbers back it up in the real world too. independent treadwear tests consistently put Uniroyal's mainstream lines within a few thousand miles of Michelin's comparable models, which is a tiny gap once you factor in the price difference sitting between them. Laufen. South Korea's Hankook owns this brand, and here's the detail that gets people every single time they actually hear it explained. Laufen tires roll off the exact production line as Hankook tires, not a separate, cheaper facility tucked away somewhere, not a lower-tier plant running looser standards to hit a price point. The identical line, the very machines, the matching quality checks that Hankook's flagship tires go through. Picture two identical shirts coming off one sewing machine inside one factory. One gets a name brand tag sewn in and sells for $60. The other gets a plain tag and sells for $35. Parallel stitching, uniform fabric, the hands running the machine. The only real difference between them is the tag, and the price that tag lets the company charge. Laufen tires cost noticeably less than the main Hankook lineup, and drivers who've run both back-to-back report almost equivalent results across the board. Similar treadwear over time, comparable road noise at highway speeds, and equivalent grip when the roads get wet. That's not luck, and it's not a coincidence either. That's simply what happens when one factory floor builds two separate brands and prices them differently for two different types of buyers. The driver chasing a recognizable name, and the driver who just wants a tire that actually performs. Hankook launched Laufen specifically to compete in the value segment without touching its own main brand's pricing structure. Rather than lowering Hankook's prices across the board and hurting its own margins, the company created a second identity built entirely for budget-focused shoppers, backed by the shared research and development teams working on the flagship tires. That setup lets Hankook protect its premium image while still capturing customers who care more about the number on the price tag than the name on the sidewall. Drivers cross-shopping the two brands for the individual vehicle often find barely any difference in ride comfort or braking distance during real-world testing. The badge changes. The engineering behind it stays put. Where? This leaves you. None of these three are cheap knockoffs wearing a disguise. They're the same manufacturing skill and the same research, sold under a different name, aimed at a buyer who cares more about performance than status on the sidewall. Two brands left, and both of them flip what you think a cheap tire actually is. One of these companies builds tires that Porsche puts on brand new SUVs straight off the factory floor. No aftermarket swap, no upgrade, factory fitted from day one. The other got bought out by a tire giant a few years back and turned into the value line sitting inside that bigger company's own lineup. If this list is already changing how you're going to shop for tires next time, hit like and subscribe before we get into these last two. Now, let's get into it. Nexen. Here's a fact that should stop you in your tracks. Porsche puts Nexen tires on brand new SUVs straight off the factory floor. Factory fitted, original equipment. The exact tires the car rolls off the assembly line wearing. Nexen supplies the Cayenne, the Macan, and the Panamera with original equipment rubber. That is not a small detail. Porsche runs one of the pickiest approval processes in the entire auto industry. Before any tire gets anywhere near a factory-built Porsche, it goes through brutal testing, high-speed stability runs, braking distance tests, cornering evaluations, noise measurements, all of it. A tire company doesn't get that approval by accident. It gets it by building something genuinely excellent. And Nexen isn't some tiny operation that got lucky once. This is a South Korean company running multiple manufacturing plants, including a European facility built specifically to supply cars sold in Europe without shipping tires across an ocean. That's a company investing serious money into precision manufacturing, not cutting corners to chase a low price tag. So how does a brand that clears Porsche's testing still end up priced like a budget option? Because Nexen isn't spending millions on Super Bowl commercials or sponsoring every racing series it can find. The money goes into engineering and factory investment instead of marketing. You get a tire good enough for a six-figure SUV, priced for a regular driveway. That's the entire pitch, and it's backed by actual OEM contracts, not just a catchy tagline on a website. Drivers running Nexen on daily SUVs and crossovers report strong wet grip, low road noise, and tread warranties that stretch up to 80,000 miles, depending on the model. For a brand still wearing the budget label in most people's minds, that's a serious number. Cooper. Last one, and this brand has a story most drivers have no idea about. Goodyear owns Cooper, has since 2021, when Goodyear completed a multi-billion-dollar acquisition and folded Cooper directly into its portfolio. Cooper didn't get erased or turned into a stripped-down clone of Goodyear tires. It stayed its own brand, running its own product lineup, built specifically for drivers who want dependable performance without paying premium prices. Goodyear tires sit at the top of the shelf, priced like the flagship they are. Cooper sits right underneath, running about 20% cheaper, while pulling from the same engineering resources and manufacturing knowledge that Goodyear brings to the table. Cooper also kept a lot of its American manufacturing, including a long-running plant in Findlay, Ohio, that's been building tires there for decades. That matters for a lot of drivers who specifically look for tires built domestically instead of shipped across the globe. Post-acquisition, Cooper Tires gained access to Goodyear's testing labs and engineering data, which means the brand's development process actually improved after the buyout instead of getting watered down. Warranty-wise, Cooper backs most of its current lineup with 45,000 to 70,000 miles of tread coverage, depending on the specific tire. That's respectable territory for the price point, and it puts Cooper in a strong spot for drivers who want big brand backing without paying big brand pricing. Which one actually saves you the most depends on what you're after. Need the lowest number possible, no frills, tires today? Salem, $50 a tire and nobody's cutting corners to hit that price. They just skip the overhead everyone else pays for. Want Michelin's actual engineering without the Michelin bill? Royal, same wet grip science, half the cost. Care about factory pedigree? Laufen comes off the same line as Hankook, not a knockoff. The same line. Putting new tires on an SUV and want factory-grade confidence? Nexen is what Porsche puts on the Cayenne straight from the plant. And if you want big brand backing without the big brand markup, Cooper rides on Goodyear's own manufacturing and still runs cheaper. None of these five got cheap by cutting quality. They got cheap by cutting the stuff that never touched the tire in the first place. The ad campaigns, the sponsorships, the price tag that exists purely because of a name people recognize. The rubber, the factories, the actual engineering, that part stayed exactly where it was. So next time the guy at the counter points at the priciest name on the wall, you'll already know better. The tire doing the same job for less is one shelf down. It's been there the whole time.